Okay, so the first thing is, your soul wants you to remember that you are supported and guided. Okay, when you came forth into life, you had support and guidance wrapped all around you. And it's intended for you to remember this, for you to actually access the support and the guidance that's present for you in your life. Okay, guidance shows up in your life in many different ways, through people, through situations, through information that comes into your path, what I call divine signs. Signs from the universe, signals that help us move in the directions that are going to serve us best, that help our learning, that help our evolution, and actually that help us achieve our goals and dreams. Okay, so that's exciting stuff. So there's another video on my channel you can check out, which is how the universe is sending you signs, if you want to tune more into the divine guidance and support that is there for you in your life. So that's the first thing that your soul would want you to be remembering in this physical life experience that you're having. The second thing is that you're divinely created. Like, you are a freaking miracle. Have you ever stopped to really consider like how miraculous you are? The fact you are even here is a miracle. Like, your body, your mind, your personality, everything about you is amazing. And here is what your soul wants you to know and to remember. Not only one, that you're that divinely miraculous, but primarily to please spend as much time as possible embracing who you are, like just as you are. Okay? Not spending time wishing you were something different, wishing you were someone else, wishing you were taller, thinner, smarter, more creative, more athletic, more something else that you are currently not. Because you were created the way you are as a complete miracle, and because the world needs that. That whole thing you've got going on right there, that's what the world needs, not something different. If it needed something different from you, you would be different, okay? So your soul wants you to remember how special this whole thing is that you got going on, and to really embrace it and take your attention off what you wish was different about yourself and put it on, all of that energy on embracing who you actually are, and spend time being who you actually are, because that's what the world needs. That's what the world wants. And when you do that, you put yourself in the flow. You put yourself in alignment with the universe that created you, being who you really are, supporting the world in the way it wanted you to be participating, and you'll notice that life starts supporting you right back in that same flow. Okay, so that's the second thing. Okay, the third thing is that I want to share with you is that the things that you struggle with, and what you might call the darker sides of your personality, or your development areas, or your weaknesses, whatever you want to label it, those things about you are by design. Okay, everybody comes in to life with those sorts of aspects going on within themselves, because your soul needs to evolve. Okay, and those things about you are going to help you evolve. They're going to help you learn. They're going to be the things that once you learn how to move through them and grow will become your leverage points, your springboards into creating more of what you want and to moving into your fullest potential. Okay, one of the things that I think is so freaking fascinating is numerology and astrology. I have had, and I'm not talking about numerology and astrology as in what you read in a magazine. I'm talking about going to a professional numerologist and a professional astrologer. I've had mine done, and it was the best thing that I ever did. If you've read my books, you'll know that I've gone on really, really full-on spiritual journey and have pretty much done anything and everything you can imagine. And those two things, my astrology and numerology, blew my mind. And I've seen it do the same for other people. And the reason is this. Your numerology and astrology will help highlight the things that are your natural strengths, the energy you're imbued with, the nature of who you are at the time that you were born, but it will also show you the particular development areas, the particular struggles you might have, the particular challenges that you're here to overcome. It's by design. A complete stranger can tell you that. A complete stranger who is a professional numerologist and astrologist will actually pinpoint it for you. And I'm telling you what, it was so on the money and has been so powerful for me in my own journey that I want you to understand. I'm not telling you to go and get your numerology and astrology done. Go for it if you want to. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that those aspects of who you are by design. And when you go, oh, okay, the fact that this is my challenge and I have a problem with, like I struggle in relationships or I struggle with my health or I struggle with finances or whatever it is by design. If it's by design, I'm obviously here to overcome it. If I'm here to overcome it, I'm going to shine some light on it and I'm going to grow into it. I'm going to take it and hold its hand and we're going to walk arm in arm. We're going to figure this out and we're going to evolve to become the biggest version of myself that I can be. Okay, so never think that you got hard done by. If you've got development areas, you didn't get hard done by, you got given a gift. Because that thing, once you grow into it and through it, is going to be one of your greatest assets. It's going to leverage you forward, okay? Which leads us on to point number 4. What your soul wants you to remember is that you were born with everything that you need. You are not missing one thing, not one tiny ounce of anything, nothing. You are so whole and complete and divine, and you got literally energetically imbued in every aspect of who you are with what you need for your path. Okay? You're living your path. Ignore what everyone else is doing. Don't compare yourself to anybody. You've got what you need for your path, and you need to trust in that, okay? You were not put into this life to be here and share your awesomeness with the world lacking. That's not how it works. The universe doesn't make mistakes, okay? So you have everything that you need. Okay, and the 5th point is you chose to come, okay? That's what I want to share with you, that your soul chose to come. You didn't choose in your personality self. You chose at a soul level to incarnate. You're here because there's a reason. There is a reason, and it's not, oh, what's the reason? You know, I have to figure out my reason. What am I meant to be here for? No. Just being you is the reason. You cannot even imagine the impact you've already had on the lives of other people that you will never fully understand just when you radiate that smile of yours. You know, it gives me goosebumps to even talk about it. When you are just being your uninhibited self and you're just shining your light and you're being who you are making a magnificent difference. Energetically, having an incredible influence. Okay, and you chose to come partly for that, which leads me on to point number 6 and the final point I want to make, and that is the soul's intention for coming. Please remember, is for a couple of things. One is learning, and the second is contribution. You are here to learn and evolve, and don't we all know that life helps us learn, right? You either learn because you make mistakes, or life serves you up adversity and challenges and you learn from those, but you're here to learn. There's no two ways about it. You cannot be alive and not learn. It's just not going to happen. It starts from when you're a little child until the day you die, you're going to be learning. That is your evolution. That is how you go from this to this. Because every step you take, every day you encounter, every person you speak to, everything you try, every time you fall over, every time you achieve something, you learn. Good, you learn. Bad, you learn. Up, you learn. Down, you learn. Okay? And so you expand. The universe is expansive. Everything about the universe is expanding. And so you are expanding through that learning process. But here is the awesome thing. The learning feeds the other part of your soul's intention, which is to contribute to the world. And yes, you contribute just being who you are, just through your energy and your smile and your radiance, but you contribute as you maneuver and weave your way through life, because as you learn, you evolve and you want to try different things, you want to do different things, you want to say different things, and every time you do, you're being of service if your intent is loving. If you're coming from your true nature and you're doing things for the goodness of yourself and for other people, you're making a massive contribution. It doesn't matter how big or small, it's totally irrelevant, the size and scale. It's just about saying that as I learn and as I live, I'm making an imprint and a contribution to those around me, to my community, and to the world as a whole. Okay, and so that learning and contribution cycle happens in that as you learn more, okay, you become wiser and more expansive, your contribution mirrors that. So your learning feeds your contribution. And here's the fun thing. As you contribute more, through that process of contribution, you evolve in your passions and inspirations and ideas, and that then feeds your learning, and it goes in that kind of cycle. So the two go hand in hand, and it's so powerful. It's really exciting. So I've got another series on YouTube which you might want to watch, which is called Soul Language. It's a 3-part video series about how your soul speaks to you through the language of feeling, passion, inspiration and intuition. And I highly recommend you to tune into that, because that's all about how to understand your soul's intent of how you're going to contribute, how to live in alignment with your soul, how to live your purpose, to listen to those aspects of yourself and to act upon them. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Please know that the universe loves you dearly. Please feel the soul that you really are. Please, in your human nature and within your mind, take some time to say, how can I align myself better with these truths, with the soul nature of who I am? If this has been helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. If you're here on my website, please do join up to my email list, as I'm sharing regular content to help you unleash your inner peace, your freedom and your success. Thank you so much for listening.